ライトさんに聞いてほしい話があります。とても大切なことです。ちょっと長くなるので、その気になったら声をかけてください。お帰りなさい、ライトさん。
ホープ・エストハイム。かつて私たちは同じ運命を背負って共に戦った。運命を呪うだけだった少年がいつしか頼もしい仲間になった。たゆまず前へと歩み続けた彼は世界の未来を担う人類の指導者にまで成長したはずだった。だが私が神の声を聞き、長い眠りから目覚めた時、ホープは時を遡ったかのように少年の姿に戻っていた。出会った頃の姿のままでこの箱舟を操る彼は私に神の計画を告げた。
輝ける神ブーニ・ベルゼは決意したのです。この世界は終焉へと向かっていて、もう神にすら止められない。そのため神は滅びゆくこの世界を救うのではなく、新たなる世界を再び作り直すことにしたんです。けれど新しい世界を作ってもそこに住む者がいなければ無意味です。そこで神はライトさんを解放者に選びました。解放者とはこの終わりゆく世界に囚われた魂を解き放ち、新しい世界へ導く者。あなただけが人々の魂を、それに亡くなったセラさんの魂も救えるはずです。
要は取引か。セラを助けたければ神の使いとなって働けと。
あなたにしかできないんです。亡くなったセラさんを利用するようで不愉快でしょうが。
そうでもないさ。妹の命を取引の材料にされたというのにな。当然許せないはずだが、さして響いてこないんだ。まるで心に穴が開いたようだ。
それはわかります。僕もなんです。昔のことを思い出すことはできても、その時の思いは時間がなくて。
これも神のおぼし飯とやらかもな。神の仕事をこなすしもべに感情は不要だから切り捨てられてしまった。
だとすれば僕がこんな体に戻されてしまったのも神の計画のうちなんでしょうね。
選択の余地などありはしなかった。私が死に追いやってしまった妹セラ、あの子の魂を救うには神とやらに従うほかない。こうして私はホープと共に神のしもべとなった。この世界に生きる人々の魂を新たなる世界に導く者、輝ける神ブーニ・ベルゼの使い、解放者。
ライトさん、ライトさん、どうしたんです？大丈夫ですか？
考え事だ。気にするな。
世界の断りが乱されてカオスの流入が始まったのがおよそ500年前。世界はあんなにも広かったのに、たった500年で何もかもカオスの濁流に飲まれようとしています。
そして解放者の力が尽きるとき、世界を終わらせる鐘が鳴る。そうだったな。
鳴り響く鐘の音が輝ける神ブーニ・ベルゼを覚醒せしめ、新たなる天地の創造が始まるでしょう。
それまでにいくつの魂を救えるか。
はい、僕たちが救えなかった魂はこの古い世界と一緒に消えてしまう。
As long as you're here, you're safe. You can rest and not worry about what's happening in the world below. When you're in the Ark, time ceases to flow for anyone but us.
Is that all God can do? He can stop the flow of time up here, but he's helpless to prevent the world from being destroyed.
Yes, in 13 days God will reawaken. It'll all be over then, and no power in the universe can stop it. But the problem is, the world may have even less time than that.
It doesn't happen at the same time?
It should, but the world has been weakening rapidly under the onslaught of the chaos. The pace of the destruction is accelerating. Your problem is, if the world ends too soon, you won't have enough time to save all the souls you can. You have to delay the end for as long as possible. Now listen carefully, Light. What I'm going to tell you is very important. As the Savior, you have a special life force. I call it Aradia. It's the power of God's light. It gives you your powers, and much more. If you offer your life force, this Aradia, you can give energy to the world and delay the final destruction for a while.
I can delay the destruction, but not avoid it forever. When God wakes after the 13th day, the world is screwed whatever I do. But what does it matter how many days are left? The end stays the same. Why not keep the Aradia for myself?
Because if you did that, and the world ends before the 13th day, God will deem that you have failed. Then what will happen to your bargain? Will he still deliver on his promise if he believes that you failed to deliver on yours?
Right, the bargain. In other words, if I don't keep the world alive for 13 days, I don't save Sarah.
And not just Sarah either. The entire human race might be lost. So do you see, Light? Aradia is the key. You have to gather as much of it as you possibly can. And the way you do that is by saving people's souls.
So that's what I've got to do. Save souls so that I can save Sarah.
Yes, exactly. Remember how much snow has changed? Here at the end of the world, there are many people like him caught in the grip of despair, their hearts shackled by regret and longing. If you reach out and help them with their troubles, you can break those shackles. Then their souls will be released. They'll be free to be reborn in the new world, and in return, your savior life force will grow.
So that's what he wants. Rescue as many souls as I can before the world ends and takes humanity with it. My mission.
Oh, Light, I almost forgot. I prepared some things for you. Gifts. Feel free to open all the containers you see here. What is it? Welcome, valued customer. Who am I? I don't know how I know. It's not that I have forgotten my past. Some memories are still there, and I can summon them when I want. It's just that I can't recall the emotions they should evoke, as if they're images of someone else's life. I know that I once lived in a great city on the surface of the planet. I know that Snow and I joined forces to try and battle the menace of the chaos. And then, suddenly, I was here. I tried to find out what happened. According to records that still survived, the man called Hope Estime disappeared 169 years ago. But the records and my memory end there. What happened after that? I can only assume I was in the hands of God. I was part of his plan, so he took me and prepared me for the role that I had to play. The Ark is the remains of the artificial cocoon, a planet built of steel, back when humanity still dared to dream of greatness. Bunavelza has repurposed the world we built. This is where the souls of the saved are kept, ready to be reborn in the new world. But the people down on the surface have forgotten what this stands for and simply call it a moon. The destruction began 500 years ago, but you know that. It was when the chaos first flooded into our world. Most of the world was lost immediately under the ocean of chaos. Only one small region survived. The survivors call their island of refuge Nova Chrysalia. The chaos brought destruction, and a kind of immortality too. Suddenly, everyone stopped growing. It was like we'd lost our time. But if that was a gift, it was a poisoned one. We could not age, and neither could new life be born. There were no more children, but although we were ageless, we were not immune to death. Sickness, accidents, and violence could still kill us. Life remained as fragile as it had always been, and so humanity began a new chapter of its history. The population slowly shrinking, the survivors falling into an ennui born of lives that last too long. Eventually, new creeds took hold and new legends created. One of these told of the Savior, a servant of God. She would descend to Nova Chrysalia at the end of the world, humanity's last chance for salvation. What is it? That is the Book of Conquests, an ensorcelled tome. It draws on your memories to recreate foes that you have previously defeated, so you can fight them again.
The end is close.
No more lectures today. You can head for the surface anytime you want. Just remember though, you have to come back here every morning at 6.
You're giving the Savior a curfew. Is that it?
There is a good reason. I'll explain it to you when the time comes. We can use the warp machine to send you back down. Just step in front of the device whenever you're ready to leave.
Better be careful. We'll all be reborn. The end is close. No looking back. Savior's got a job. Now. It's your funeral.
By using the warp device, I can teleport you back down to the surface.
I'm worried about Snow. I should go to his palace.
You could, but I suggest you visit another city instead.
You want me to abandon Snow?
Down on the surface, time is stopped for everyone. The palace will still be on high alert. It will be next to impossible to get anywhere close to Snow.
You're saying I should let things cool down first.
I'm going to send you to XIII. It's the capital of the world. Or, what's left of it anyway. I'll place you inside an inbound train. When the train stops at the station, you can get off with the other passengers. Something has happened in front of the station.
All right. Do it.
You're surprisingly calm for someone who's about to venture into unknown territory. But you were always brave.
Brave? I don't feel brave. I don't feel anything. No worry, no confusion, no fear.
That's good. But you still need to stay safe.
The XIII train is now arriving. Laserian North Station.
Luxarian, a bustling metropolis, the divine city of light in the holy sea of salvation. It's the last bastion of peace and order in a dying world. Most of the people who live here worship the almighty Benevelza. The city is governed in his name by a powerful religious sect known as the Order of Salvation. God's followers believe in ultimate redemption, and their faith helps keep the fires of hope burning. But even in this pious city, a darkness lurks untouched by divine light. A heresy that rejects the teachings of Supreme Benevelza.
It's another girl.
How awful.
I bet it's the heretics doing.
The divine city doesn't look so holy now.
This was no accident. The girl was left here intentionally. Light! Help her!
There's no need. Just a dummy. Hope, did you see who dropped it? They must still be close.
My sensors didn't pick up anything at all. I'm running a search of the city's video database, but I'm coming up blank so far.
Doesn't matter. I'll just find out myself. Luxarian. The divine city of light. Is that what they call it? Trouble is, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows.
Looks like someone's targeting the Savior. Let's see if we can find out anything from the crime scene.
It can't be. Damn it, it's not like him to be late. But what if... No, couldn't be that.
Something wrong? Not about those murders, is it?
God, no. Well, at least I hope not. You see, it's the end of my shift, and I'm waiting for my replacement, but he hasn't shown. He's been late before, but never as bad as this.
You're starting to worry, right?
He likes to make out he's a tough guy, but he isn't at all, frankly. His name's Holmes. If you run into him, do me a favor, will you? Tell him Thornton's worried and needs to go home.
All right. If I see anyone in uniform wandering around where they're not supposed to be, I'll talk to them.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of
If you see
Salvation.
any people
The
who need
time
help,
is now 9
lend
p.m.
a hand.
Please pray.
It could be an opportunity to save a soul.
Dispel the chaos and
The Savior's mission. The Inquisitor will...
And this is supposed to be one of the safest parts out there.
Good heavens. Those messages say that if you believe what they say Oracle drive, the heretic's prophet, I can't even imagine what it must show.
The evil... I'd heard of the same guest, but I don't know who he At any rate, but is this man...
Sealed off all access to the North Station area.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
My fellow disciples, blessed are those who know his name.
Light, the Inquisitor has been dispatched by the Order.
We need to solve this case. Luxarian is the city. The people seem to be... There are similar... Yes, just the same shape. You may also become a target of the killers. I urge you to be careful.
If you witnessed anything suspicious, report to the Inquisitor now.
The Order has locked the area down. Looks like you're stuck there until they've made progress in the investigation.
God were to send someone, it would...
What am I supposed to do if I can't leave this place?
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about the Shadow Hunter, I swear to God.
I didn't mention any Shadow Hunter, but thanks for the tip. Who is he?
Don't tell me you don't know about the Shadow Hunter. Lord of Luxurian Shadow World, hero to the little folk, king of the Warren. Although it's not like I've actually met him myself. Yeah, sure, so I told everyone the Hunter and I are close, but come on, it was just talk. I never thought anything like this would happen. Damn it, I know I shouldn't have been bragging about how me and the Shadow Hunter were best pals. What if the Elders believed I'm in tight with a savior-murdering nutjob? I saw you coming and I got scared. I figured you were with them, you know, the Inquisitors.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
Thank you for your help earlier. What? Interesting. Thanks to your information, we have a good idea of what happened. I think the culprits must be hiding somewhere close. We'll have to keep the blockades in place.
The Order operates the regional transportation system.
Holmes, my shift replacement hasn't shown up.
It might be worth checking out this area.
I always said those people would cause trouble. And I was right. Every night I can see them, those weirdos in their white cloaks sneaking around the streets. Whenever I see white, I think, ugh, heretic. If there's one thing I know, that wicked Shadow Hunter, he's the ringleader of the heretics. Those fanatics are growing bold. Nowadays, there's always a gang of them in the plaza in front of the station. It's as if they are meeting to go someplace else. Speaking of which, it's usually around this time they start to show up.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
No trains are operating now.
Who else could it be? It has to be them, right? So there's this place called the Forsaken Graveyard outside the city. You know it? What I've heard is that a bunch of people wearing white cloaks gather there every night. They're heretics who worship the goddess Etro. You know what I saw? Heretics carrying an unconscious girl. It scared me to death. Maybe it was just the dummy that they threw off the tower. Or maybe it was the murdered girl herself.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people? They need to make progress with you.
Those white-robed boonies are always gathering in the station plaza.
Gather information and report to the Inquisitor in charge.
No one, absolutely no one doubts that the people behind the killings are those heretics. The Order is conducting its inquisitions based on that assumption. The Etro fanatics who worship the goddess of death are all over the place. Just look for the sinister groups huddled together, dressed head to toe in white. It may mean nothing, but some people have witnessed the Etro heretics using the public phone near the graveyard. Furtive conversations in the streets. Prowling the city at night. It makes you wonder what they're up to.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
Holmes has gone missing, and I'm starting to worry that he's gotten caught up in that murder somehow.
In recent days, the Etro fanatics, those unspeakable heretics who reject the Order, have been gathering brazenly on street corners. They're a sinister bunch, clad in stark white cloaks. I just overheard one of them say something very interesting. It went something like, if we kill the Savior, the prophecy will come true. Now, all the victims to date have been women. Could there be a connection? Are they trying to hunt the Savior? I wonder if I should tell the Inquisitor this information. It might be important.
So the culprits are the children of Etro? But what's their objective? What could they be after?
Let's find out. Once the gates are opened, I'll try tailing them. Discreetly.
If you know anything about the case, I'd be glad to hear it.
The goddess's disciples are beginning to gather. If you lift the blockades around this area, there's a good chance they'll start to move out.
You're suggesting I let them go? It's not a bad idea. Yes, I'll give the order and we'll see where the heretics lead us. We've managed to find some eyewitnesses, and we think we know who it was that strung the dummy from the tower.
Let me guess. The children of Etro, right?
Ah, you have your own sources, I see. In recent weeks, the heretics have become more visible on the streets of our holy city. The poor, benighted fools don't believe in God's salvation. Clearly, their despair has led them to carry out these wanton acts. If only they would open their eyes, embrace God, and they could bathe in the pure light of His almighty grace. Can't they see that their souls would be liberated in the new world? The irony of it all is that their fanatical rejection of the Savior has only made my own faith that much stronger. Although perhaps that is the work of the Savior herself.
If you think your faith will save you, then go ahead. Believe all you want.
Lightning. The Savior can use God's own holy power. With it, you can even manipulate the flow of time.
How can anyone control time?
With a special ability called chronostasis. It has limits, but you can slow time. It's just one of the miracles brought about by God's great might. But be warned, you cannot use it again and again. Only use it when it will count the most.
You bring with you the end.
Mom!
There isn't anywhere good to eat around here.
If it is rest you seek, you should seize the chance to...
Will you be taking a room?
We are always here to welcome you.
No looking back. You surprised?
There have been so many frightening incidents around here, what with the children of Etro and the Shadow Hunter. What are they after? Luxurion is the divine city of light, not darkness.
It's time! We're saved! Chaos is coming!
God is protecting this city.
Light. I'm glad you want to hone your skills, but don't forget the task at hand.
We will protect this divine city.
The Warren isn't fit for anyone to live in.
I've just come back from prayer.
Is she here to offer salvation?
Welcome. Are you looking for rare items from the wildlands? I've got a mighty fine selection. See you soon.
Step right up!
Oh, thanks a lot.
Blessed be, friend. What can I provide? Thank you for your interest.
Sorry, I'm out of wares. Today I'm here as a customer, just like you.
Why do people come to the zoo? Who is
The Warren
that?
I've just come back
Do you
from
know a good doctor? I sense you have a power.
Who is she?
Chaos is coming. This is another side of the
Let us pray.
now.
lively in the Warren at night.
Should I move to the residences?
Thanks for all your hard work.
God were to send someone, it would be her.
What's up now?
God save me, I saw what they did. If they find out what I know, I'm done for, sure.
You work at the station, don't you? Your fellow attendants worried about you.
Oh no, is it time for my shift already? I completely lost track of time. Look, can I trust you? I saw who did it. You know, the people who threw the dummy off the clock tower? I got scared, so I've been laying low. I can't go to the station. That's where they'll look for me.
You were there? What did you see exactly? You have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. But if you can protect me from those people and get me to the station, I'll tell you all about it. Get me to the station, and then I'll talk.
The trains are currently suspended.
There used to be a lot more shops. Today was uneventful. Thank God.
Holmes, you're safe. I was so worried about you, I could barely concentrate on my duties.
Sorry, boss. I saw what happened over where they found the girl. I guess I just panicked. I don't know why I got so scared. I'm sorry I let you down. It won't happen again.
Never mind, I'm just glad to see you're safe. Guess I never told you. Well, years ago, one of my colleagues was killed by a monster. I was afraid the same thing had happened to you. I panicked and asked this